Welcome back, Madam Secretary. We're always proud and have been proud for years to call you colleague, and I'm pleased to acknowledge all the good work you're doing at the department. It's gratifying to note that under your leadership, the department has taken strong action to protect the health and safety of mine workers, that under your leadership, the Wages and Hours Division has recovered more than $200 million in back wages on behalf of hundreds of thousands of workers, that under your leadership, the workforce system has served 1.7 million veterans, as you've discussed, and helped tens of thousands of youth get high school diplomas. There's so much that you do. Let me just give you 3 questions quickly. I think they can all be answered briefly, but maybe you'll want to provide more information then later. First, with respect to the Workforce Investment Act, I'm pleased to join our colleague John Tierney and others in proposing a good reauthorization. I'm also pleased to acknowledge the good work of Jane Oates in that. As you know, I support the use of more online training under WIA, and also support fuller inclusion of libraries, public libraries, into WIA. Can you say that your plans for WIA include a greater role for libraries and increased online training?
Right, absolutely.
And I'd like to turn to a couple of other questions.
Yes.
With respect to the fiduciary rule, after our previous discussions, you withdrew the draft rule for the so-called fiduciary rule, and I want to thank you for soliciting more data to inform a better understanding of the problem before reproposing the rule. I'm a little concerned, however, that the department is asking the wrong questions, and in requesting more data, you won't get the data that will actually get to the issue of how employees make decisions, and whether what you can do, what we can do to help employees make decisions that will leave them better prepared for retirement, how we can increase access to investment advice. So the question I have is, are you finished asking for additional data? I hope not.
No, we're not finished. That's why it's open, and we definitely want to hear from stakeholders and your comments, and obviously hear from the public overall. So we're not in a hurry.
And if you could state at some point, publicly, that your goal here is to provide greater access to advice, so that people, and this is a joint goal, so that people will be better prepared for their non-wage earning years. It's not advice for its own sake. It's advice so that people can be better prepared.
Absolutely. We don't have disagreement with that.
You may know that Representative Petri and I have introduced a bipartisan bill, the Lifetime Income Disclosure Act, also directed at helping people be better prepared for their non-wage earning years. It would provide clearer information about how well their savings would cover their monthly expenses. And it's my understanding that the Department and Treasury, that your Department and Treasury are close to finalizing a lifetime income rule. Will you call for clearer information to help people plan better for retirement, so that they have an understanding of what their retirement package might mean for them day to day, month to month, so that they'll have a sense of how well prepared they are?
Right. I don't disagree that we're on the same wavelength, so to speak, because we do want to see more information, more transparency, so people do have choices. So I think we are moving in that direction, and to the extent that we are asking for more public comment and meeting with stakeholders, if there are individuals that you think that we need to hear from, please help us facilitate that. And I know Phyllis Borzi has met with you over the last 2 years on this issue, and she cares very deeply, as I do in this administration, in making sure that we get the most ample and very open process, so we hear from everybody. So I will
certainly
take that
appreciate
back.
that. And I think she does understand, and I just want to emphasize, make sure everyone understands.
And I want to thank
that-
you for
that
your
the
leadership.
goal here is to help people be better prepared, to get them access to information so that they can make good decisions. I thank you very much.
Thank
The gentleman's
Secretary.
time has expired. Mrs. Roby.